What if I told you that the real cause of your nighttime leg cramps has already been uncovered inside advanced research labs? Yet millions of adults over 50 are still being treated as if it's just part of aging. Over the last few years, scientists using electromyography, motion mapping, and muscle imaging made a discovery that challenges everything we thought we knew. Nighttime leg cramps don't begin in the calf at all. They begin in 3 hidden muscle groups that quietly deteriorate long before the first cramp ever strikes. And here's where the research gets even more fascinating. When these exact muscles were retrained using 3 precise, corrective exercises, participants in multiple clinical trials saw a dramatic drop in cramping frequency, even those who had suffered for decades. No supplements, no painkillers, just targeted movement, rooted in muscle physiology and neural control. But here's the part that truly caught my attention, and why everyone over 50 should hear this. The number 1 exercise in the program was so gentle and so natural that 94% of participants could perform it immediately, right in their living room, without equipment or guidance. Yet this single movement triggered measurable improvements in neuromuscular efficiency, circulation speed, and recovery rate, changes normally associated with a 40% boost in longevity biomarkers. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through those 3 exercises and reveal the science behind why they work. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 3, the calf release reset. It doesn't look dramatic, but for preventing nighttime leg cramps, this movement is one of the most important steps you can take. Among all the muscles in the lower leg, the calf is the one that undergoes the earliest and most consistent structural changes with age. Daily activities like walking, standing for long periods, climbing stairs, or even sitting for hours gradually place the calf under repetitive tension. Over time, the muscle fibers begin to shorten, not suddenly, but little by little, until the muscle no longer returns to its natural resting length. This slow process is known in biomechanics as adaptive shortening, and adaptive shortening has real consequences. The muscle loses its ability to fully relax. Circulation through the lower leg decreases. Nerve signals become less stable during rest. These 3 changes together create the perfect environment for a nighttime cramp. A muscle that is tight, poorly hydrated, and overly sensitive to nerve impulses. The calf release reset directly addresses this by restoring length, reducing baseline tension, and improving the muscle's capacity to stay relaxed while you sleep. How to perform it? Step 1. Stand facing a wall and place your hands lightly on it for support. Step 2. Step 1 foot back, keeping the heel firmly pressed into the ground. Step 3. Bend your front knee until you feel a steady, controlled stretch in the calf of the back leg. Step 4. Hold this position for 25 to 30 seconds, maintaining slow, even breathing. Step 5. Switch sides and repeat 3 rounds. This is not about folding yourself into a deep stretch. It's about gently guiding the calf back toward its optimal length. A 2023 analysis of lower leg mobility found that holding calf lengthening movements for just 90 seconds per day produced clear benefits in older adults. Improved microcirculation through the lower leg, more consistent nerve signaling to the calf, lower resting muscle tension throughout the night. Together, these changes reduce the likelihood of sudden nocturnal contractions. Once the basic stretch feels comfortable, adding a subtle forward lean while keeping your heel down activates the soleus, a deeper calf muscle that plays a major role in nighttime stability. Many persistent cramps originate here, so releasing this deeper layer often produces noticeable improvement. Over days and weeks, this reset helps the calf regain its natural resting length, easing mechanical pressure and reducing the chance of a sudden nighttime spasm. Restoring calf length improves the structural side of the equation. But nighttime cramps also happen when muscles lack the endurance to remain stable throughout long periods of rest. To address that second mechanism, fatigue and instability, we move on to exercise 2, which strengthens the support system your lower leg relies on while you sleep. Number 2, the standing leg stabilizer. Stretching restores length, but preventing nighttime cramps requires another key factor: muscular endurance, the ability of your legs to maintain steady support over long periods. This is where many adults over 50 begin to experience problems. Even if the larger leg muscles remain strong, the smaller stabilizers along the shin and outer lower leg weaken gradually with age. These stabilizers don't control big movements. They control balance, alignment, and joint steadiness. When these deep muscles fatigue, the larger muscles, especially the calf, must compensate. That compensation increases tension, disrupts normal circulation, and raises the likelihood of nighttime cramping. The standing leg stabilizer directly targets these overlooked fibers and retrains them to stay active during rest. How to perform it? Step 1. Stand behind a chair or counter for light support. Step 2. Lift one leg out to the side in a slow, controlled motion. Step 3. Lower it just as slowly, keeping your torso still. Step 4. Perform 12 to 15 repetitions per side for 2 to 3 rounds. Step 5. For a complete activation. Round 1. Lift to the side. Round 2. Lift forward. Round 3. Lift backward. Each direction engages a different stabilizing group, strengthening the entire lower leg support system. Research on lower limb aging shows that the tibialis anterior, peroneal muscles, and deep ankle stabilizers play a major role in preventing unwanted contractions during sleep. When these muscles weaken, larger muscles absorb extra load, nerve signaling becomes less consistent, circulation becomes uneven, fatigue builds more quickly. A 2023 review found that adults who practiced controlled single-leg exercises for 4 weeks experienced improvements in stabilizer muscle endurance, balance and joint control, overnight leg relaxation, reduction in cramp episodes. Because these fibers respond best to slow, precise motion, this exercise requires control, not force. These stabilizers work continuously when you stand, walk, or shift weight. Retraining them improves coordination and reduces the strain placed on the calf and hamstring, the 2 muscles most involved in nighttime spasms. When the stabilizers become stronger, the larger muscles no longer overwork, and the likelihood of involuntary contractions during sleep decreases. You've now addressed calf tightness and stabilizer endurance, but nighttime cramps also have a third driver: restricted circulation and reduced neural glide along the back of the leg. The final movement targets that system directly. Let's move on to exercise 1. Number 1. The Hamstring Glide Restoration. If calf length and stabilizer endurance address the first 2 foundations of nighttime cramp prevention, the final piece is restoring posterior chain glide, the smooth movement of nerves, vessels, and muscle fibers along the back of the leg. This is an area that changes significantly with age. The hamstring gradually becomes less responsive, not only losing flexibility, but also reducing the efficiency of nerve transmission through the lower limb. When this happens, signals between the brain and the muscles arrive slower, circulation becomes less dynamic, and the leg is more likely to enter a contraction during rest. This phenomenon is often referred to as reduced neural glide, and it plays a major role in chronic nighttime cramping. The Hamstring Glide Restoration improves this glide by gently lengthening the posterior chain while maintaining active movement, a combination shown to enhance blood flow, nerve conduction, and overall muscle readiness during sleep. How to perform it? 1. Sit on the edge of a chair with your back straight. 2. Extend one leg forward, placing your heel on the ground with your toes lifted slightly. 3. Keeping your spine neutral, slowly slide your hands down the extended leg until you feel a controlled stretch along the hamstring. 4. Hold for 10 to 12 seconds. Then return to the starting position. 5. Repeat this 8 to 10 times per leg, maintaining slow, steady breathing. Unlike traditional static stretching, this gliding technique alternates between lengthening and resetting the muscle. This repeated motion encourages smoother neural movement and improves the leg's ability to relax during prolonged rest. Posterior chain mobility studies show that hamstring stiffness disrupts the flow of both blood and nerve signals through the lower leg. In older adults, this contributes to increased muscle irritability, reduced nighttime relaxation, slower recovery of fatigued fibers, higher sensitivity to involuntary contractions. A mobility trial in 2023 found that performing controlled hamstring glides improved neural conduction velocity, lower leg circulation efficiency, muscle relaxation response, frequency of nighttime cramp reduction within 4 to 6 weeks. These improvements make the hamstring glide particularly effective for people who experience recurring or persistent nighttime spasms. This movement is gentle, accessible, and low effort, yet it produces meaningful changes in how the entire leg behaves at night. By restoring the hamstring's natural mobility, the calf and stabilizers no longer carry excess tension, and nerve pathways remain smoother during sleep. The result is a leg that stays calm, relaxed, and less prone to sudden contractions. By combining calf length restoration, stabilizer endurance training, posterior chain neural glide, you create a 3-point system that addresses the primary mechanisms behind nighttime leg cramps: structural tightness, muscular fatigue, and restricted neural flow. This is the same biomechanical framework used in mobility and neuromuscular clinics to help older adults reduce cramping and restore uninterrupted, comfortable sleep. And the best part? Each movement is simple, safe, and takes only a few minutes a day. And if you want more science-backed ways to keep your muscles strong and pain-free, hit subscribe. Your legs will thank you later. Thanks for watching.